Good afternoon, everybody. As most of you know that followed me when I was doing the horse races, I was a big Mage fan, and I became a Puca fan when after Mage won the Kentucky Derby and his younger brother Dornock won the Belmont, and Puca was sired by Big Brown, and I've been following the genetics, and Puca is uh, a half sister to this horse, Kerrigan's Touch, but they don't go by that in horse racing for some reason. I mean, and I don't know why. The genetics are there. I mean, you've got the same sire. Of course, you've got a different gene set from the dam. But the thing about Puca that I picked up on was that Puca was a filly sired by Big Brown, and the colts and fillies, especially the colts, have just been tremendous. Well, how does that happen? Well, it's genetics, and so it dawned on me that Big Brown passed on this set of super genes to his fillies, and Puca was one, and there have to be more. So I've been looking for other fillies and mares that were sired by Big Brown, and I came up with Kerrigan's Touch, who was sired by Big Brown, and her dam was out of Sammy's Touch, who was a real trooper. She ran like 50 races, but she was running in small tracks like Louisiana Downs here. And Sammy's Touch was by Touch Gold, who was a Belmont winner and I believe the Haskell, but he was a tremendous sire. So anyway, as a matter of fact, I think if you compare Puca's dam to Kerrigan's Touch's dam, I think Kerrigan's Touch gets the nod. But in any case, we're down to this filly, and I've been following her. This is going to be her 13th race. She's finished second twice, and she's won twice. In this year, in 2025, she's got 2 wins and 1 second out of 5 races, or out of 4 races, and then this is going to be her 5th race this year. Anyway, she's the number 5 horse. Let's take a look at this race here. Keep your eye on the 5 horse. She has a new jockey, by the way. She was doing real well with a jockey named Dominguez. And now she's got a jockey named Castillo. And, in there too, Puca was trained by Bill Mott. She was ridden by the top jockeys in the country. She obviously had one of the top trainers. And, Puca's trainer is a guy named Eric Nelson. And he's not one of the top trainers at Louisiana Downs. I can tell you that. And the horse that wins this race is trained by one of the top trainers. But you can just you just know that these small tracks are second class, and that has a lot to do with how these horses turn out. But in any case, let's watch Kerrigan's Touch here. She's the 5 horse.
Madison Ray, Ms. Jameson, Lightning Mo, Kerrigan's Touch. Ready for start. And they're off. Madison Ray jumping out for the early lead. Then it's Kerrigan's Touch, Lightning Mo. That means Ms. Jameson is the early trailer. into the first turn. Madison Ray, the gray, nearest the rail, is in front. Lightning Mo pushing forward from between runners is up into second. Kerrigan's Touch spun out wide is in third, and on the inside is Ms. Jameson in fourth. Turning on to the backstretch, we have 6 furlongs to go. Madison Ray now scampers away. First quarter, 24.31 seconds. Madison Ray by 3 lengths. Kerrigan's Touch moving to second. Then it's Lightning Mo and Ms. Jameson. It is Madison Ray at the 5 furlong pole, clear by 2.5 lengths. Kerrigan's Touch tracking second. Inside, Ms. Jameson skimming the rail third. And Lightning Mo is now fourth. Half in 48.15 seconds as they head for the far turn. Madison Ray, the big favorite, is on an uncontested lead, and she opens up now. Madison Ray setting sail for home, leads by 5, maybe 5.5 lengths. Kerrigan's Touch full out in second. Ms. Jameson under the whip in third. Lightning Mo is in fourth. Past the quarter pole to the top of the stretch, and the one Madison Ray is home and cooled after 6 furlongs in 1:12.87 seconds. Through the stretch, it's Madison Ray with an ever-expanding lead. Kerrigan's Touch is a distance back in second. Then it's Ms. Jameson and Lightning Mo. Madison Ray running up the score. She's on top by 12, maybe 14 lengths. Kerrigan's Touch. Then it's Ms. Jameson and Lightning Mo. Madison Ray all alone. Kerrigan's Touch was second. Lightning Mo third. Ms. Jameson.
Well, there you go. Kerrigan's Touch came second, and she was outclassed by the one horse. But in any case, like I say, I've been following this horse, and she's doing well at Louisiana Downs, and she races at another track down there. But like I say, these are small tracks. To my way of thinking, Kerrigan's Touch is much more valuable as a broodmare. And Puca was bred by Good Magic to produce Mage. She was also bred again by Good Magic to produce Dornoch. And then she was bred by McKinsey to produce Baeza. I mean, these are 3 world-class colts in 3 consecutive years out of Puca. Like I say, the Puca can't be the only one. Is Kerrigan's Touch another super filly waiting to become a super mare? I don't know, but this is a $5,000 claiming race, and for $5,000, she could be claimed. And of course, to my way of thinking, she would need to be bred to Good Magic to see if there's the magic there. Anyway, like she could be bred by McKenzie. Baeza is still racing, and but her Good Magic colts both won Triple Crown races, and they're both living happily ever after at the stud farm. So this particular line of horses, to me, as a wannabe broodstock agent, is well worth the gamble. And so in any case, I've started a GoFundMe page in order to do this. I want to claim her, and I want to send her to Kentucky to be bred by Good Magic. She might not work out. She might work out. It's a gamble. Everything about horse racing is a gamble. But I've pretty much been a gambler all my life, and I have a real good feeling about this. Anyway, this is Laughlin 007 signing off for now. And I will be following Kerrigan's touch. Like I say, this is July 5th, 2025. She'll probably be running in 3 or 4 weeks. She looked good in this race. Watch it again. Um, and like I say, consider the jockey, consider the trainer, consider the environment that she's been raised in, and would she be better off in Kentucky? I know she would be, um, at a cushy breeding farm. But like I say, the colts and fillies that she produces, uh, who knows what's going to happen? But anyway, she's available, and like I say, this is a $5,000 claiming race. So anyway, this is Laughlin 007 signing off for now. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, by all means, tap that lucky gold horseshoe down there in the right-hand corner. It only takes a second. It doesn't cost a dime. If you like horse racing, you'll love this channel. If you like full-time RVing, I've been a full-time RVer for 20 years. And I've just started making videos on RVing. And I'm a snowbird. I spend the winters in Arizona, and I spend the summers up in Nevada or Washington or Oregon. And I've got solar panels. I'm basically operating 100% on solar power right now, and I just love it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. And like I say, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below.